I don't know why I always do this to myself, because we all know that I hate chocolate, but yet here I am once again with chocolate ganache. And not even just chocolate ganache, white chocolate ganache, which is like even more of a pain because white chocolate is not actually chocolate. Anyways, we're putting aside kind of my differences with chocolate. We could not do this trend. It's an origami cake. I will post pictures here. You can see the origami-ness. It is so cool. Like you actually like fold paper in an origami style and then you like wrap it around the cake and do the chocolate ganache, and like it creates the coolest kind of pattern on the outside of the cake. Normally I do a filling, but I just decided today that we're not doing a filling. We're just gonna do a thin layer of like the ganache just to kind of glue together the cake, and it'll be fine. Because I'm not focused on the flavors, I'm just focused on the texture on the outside of the cake. That could also partially be because this cake is built up of random 6-inch cake layers that have been in my freezer for a while. Every time we do a cake video, I usually end up having like leftover cakes. So what I end up doing is throwing it into like a 6-inch round pan and throw it in my freezer thinking I'm gonna do something with this. One day there'll be a project. Well, today's that project. And it's only the beginning of the day, but this is already my second white chocolate ganache recipe. But technically we like try to fix this one.
Yeah, it's the first one, it's just repaired.
It's just repaired, which happened before we even began filming when we were just trying to get ready to film. So things have already gone wrong, which is scary. Look at this mess. I wanted to let it set more. Kevin's like, no, it's fine. Just ice it with this consistency.
Well, the people in the videos do it
So
liquidy. Maybe you were right about letting it set up.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Cake is crumb coated and is in the fridge chilling. I'm gonna get the rest of the ganache ready for the outside of the cake. I'm using Liz from the Sugar Cake Show, her chocolate water ganache recipe. It matters what kind of chocolate you're using because the water content in the chocolate, and that's why chocolate always gives me a headache, because it is literally a science. But this one, I'm doing a 6-to-1 ratio of chocolate to water, and I just heated up my chocolate in the microwave for a minute in a plastic bowl. And now I'm pouring boiling water on top, and it has to sit for 5 minutes to get all like melty and gooey. It's been 5 minutes, so I'm just stirring this up. I feel like it's just like chunky and oily and watery, but like the more you mix it, the more it comes together. Very melty. I'm adding bright white food coloring because it makes it not look translucent. I've noticed if you don't do this step, it ends up looking like almost like gel, where it's like a little bit see-through. And then I want to do like a teal color. Also takes that like yellow edge off the chocolate. I know it seems like we just finished making ganache, but it's actually been like 2 hours because we had to go get like 4 kinds of double-sided tape because none of them were working with the parchment paper. You gotta fold the paper, you gotta glue or tape the parchment paper, you've gotta fold more. It's a whole thing. It's been a morning already, but we have 3 done templates. Look how sexy those are. Like those are beautiful. I mean, so far this cake is like very time consuming just because like you have to make like templates yourself. I've seen people do like silicone molds, but that's not technically origami.
People made this look so much easier than it was.
They really
in
did.
the videos that we watched.
They really did. It was just like, so you just like mark here and then fold there and then pour ganache here and then wapa boom, you've got an origami ganache cake, and it's not like that. So basically, I've got like a cardstock paper here. It's a bit thicker paper, and you make 1-inch lines going all the way through it. You can't just find templates online. You have to match this exactly to the height of the cake. Well, actually by exactly, I mean a bit taller than the cake, so you need to do the top of the cake. So that's why you have to like make your own templates. For the style that we're gonna do, I'm going along my template and I'm making 1-inch lines, and I'm joining those lines all together. So you just basically making long triangles. Then you take your fancy double-sided tape all over your thick cardstock and glue your parchment paper to it, and that is just a fold game of folding on every single line with your ruler and making sure all those lines are like super crisp. Before I move on to the next step, I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Did you guys know I have my own cookie class on there? If you want to level up your holiday baking, I got you. But my cookie class is not the only great thing on Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of ad-free classes for all of us creatives out there. And they're constantly launching new premium classes. So whatever creative interest soothes your soul, Skillshare likely has a class on it. And if you're not sure what your creative outlet is, try exploring a new skill. Since we moved, we went from one houseplant to over 50 of them. I mean, they're everywhere. It's become a bit of an obsession. That's why I've been loving indoor gardening, grow houseplants, veggies, and herbs, taught by Eka Chartery. She goes over lighting, watering, soil mixtures, and troubleshooting any problems you have with your plants so you're less likely to kill them, because we've had a number of problems. The first 1,000 people to click the link in my description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare's premium membership so you can explore your creativity. I made new ganache again. We went out and got new chocolate. Okay, so the other chocolate that I was using, it went like gritty, grainy, oily, like it just was not working. Every time I tried to get it to like the right temperature, the right consistency, it would just like corrupt on me. We got this chocolate, which is apparently supposed to be like the best chocolate, and it's what Liz from the Sugar Geek Show uses. I think we're ready. I'm both excited and bloody terrified. These templates took so long, and I feel like if I mess it up, it's just gonna be a lot of time to then go back and try to redo it. So I'm gonna start by piping my chocolate into like the deep crevices to try to avoid air bubbles and to make sure that that's like fully filled down there. It's so hard to know with the consistency of this for this technique because I've seen people do it, and when it's too thick, they get so many air bubbles and they can't really spread it. And I've seen people do it when it's too thin and it just pours all over the whole template, all over the cake, and it makes a complete mess. I think air bubbles are inevitable, unfortunately. Everyone that I've seen has air bubbles, but then you can touch them up after. Hopefully they won't be that obvious. We might not have made enough chocolate. This was about half the chocolate in this bag. I was hoping I could do 2 with this.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, so there might be 2 different colored panels going on here. This cake is very cold now because it's been in the fridge for a while. Obviously I changed the color of the ganache for the outside layer because that looks very different. I like this color. Now what?
Now you just like place it on.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that what they did?
Yeah. Yeah. Archie farted and it really smells. He's like right behind me and all I can smell is Archie farts. Committing, not second guessing, just committing. How's it look?
Looking really good.
Yeah? Okay. I'm pushing to make sure that there's connectivity happening. We want this touching and then make sure that's connected. So we like it? Are we going on with the second panel?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I feel like the joints are gonna be a mess.
Everyone we saw though, like when they pulled it off, it was pretty messy.
It was, yeah. Thank you, Kevin.
There's definitely some Photoshop thumbnails out there.
Yes. Looks like we only need 3 templates and we trim this one down to fit a bit. I think I'm procrastinating.
Looking pretty good.
Yes. I'm just trying to like make sure this edge is in there.
I think it looks great.
It looks great.
You could even just serve the cake just like this probably.
Just like the, oh, I love that plan. We don't even need to like take it off.
So what are you gonna do next?
Put it in the fridge forever and never look at it again.
All right, cool.
Cool, see you next week. It is day 2 because there's no world in which I was chancing this cake not hardening up completely in the fridge before I took the template off because I am nervous. There's no going back. If this doesn't work, then I've just failed because there's no time to go back, make new templates and new chocolate and try to redo this. So we just need this template to peel off nicely and this whole pattern to look incredible. This is where I'm at.
I think it's gonna work.
Kevin, because your face is saying something completely different.
Yeah, but listen to the words come out of my mouth.
Not the panic that is on your face. So like, I think part of the thing is the paper's kind of coming off first because it's not really glued to anything. Oh no.
The salad bowl dented in the fridge.
Did you push a salad bowl up to it?
I did not.
My mother. She came and dropped off food because she's wonderful. I love her, but it was kind of pushed to the cake.
Well, that'll be the back.
That'll be the back. I'm gonna take off the paper one first because it's just kind of like barely kind of there. So I just wanna like free it. Oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God.
Ooh, that looks so good.
Oh my God, yes, yes.
There's like like barely any air bubbles.
I know,
That's
I
way better than
know.
all the ones that we saw.
I know, Kevin, I'm killing it in the chocolate game. So much anxiety and stress leading up to this moment, and now it's just like, yeah, it worked. It's looking good. Like I'm still gonna touch it up, and that's definitely a salad bowl dent. That's 100% a salad bowl dent. First piece off, yes. That makes me so happy. I saw a lot of people use whipped ganache. I chose not to do whipped ganache because I was like, you're whipping air into the chocolate and then you're gonna have air bubbles. I don't know if this was just like coincidence or if that's just like my logic panning out here, but okay. But look at that. I can't believe how perfect it looks. I mean, it's still imperfect right now. I'm gonna try to touch it up a smidgen. I've got extra ganache. And then I got all these flowers. So I'm hoping I can just like pick a few flowers and put them on top and it'll just bring the whole cake together. I'm looking for like bright, contrasty, and beautiful. Let's cut to B-roll and finish up this cake. Oh my God, obsessed. I take back every negative thing I said about origami cakes because this is so cool. They did take for freaking ever, but I love, I honestly am blown away by this texture and how it came out, and I like that it actually turned out this good. So please like and subscribe if you like this video and you want to see me attempting more cake trends. And thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Click the link down below to get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare's premium membership. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you.